What's up, everybody? Today we are taking a look at the Guild Siege Legend Tournament. We did a video on this a couple days ago on the global and Europe servers just to see what had changed from the last Guild Siege Legend Tournament, the last season. And for the most part, like 80% of it was the same, maybe even higher, maybe like 90% of it was the same. We saw the first season, we saw a lot of Kamoon, Vigor, Skogels. Now we're seeing a little bit more Trianas put in there. We're seeing a little bit more of the Wind Monkey, Molly, and a fire threat. Sometimes it's Rakan, sometimes this Arion, things like that. We're seeing some Chongpungs where we would normally have seen last season a little bit more of the Kamoon, Vigor, and Savannahs. We're still seeing Savannahs all over the place, but we're also seeing some Chongpungs now this season too. But yeah, for the most part, the video we did a couple days ago was basically showing that most of everything is the same. Welcome to Summoners War 2020. No one wants to change anything and come to us to make it like a different meta. They're like, let's change things twice a year. It's like change the meta a little bit twice a year. But anyway, so I was like, I don't know if I'll do a follow-up video to that on the other servers because for the most part, we're just seeing the same stuff. I did see some different enough stuff. A lot of the same stuff, don't get me wrong, a lot of the same stuff, but I saw enough different stuff that I was like, maybe we'll take a look at these other servers because, oh my god, Wind Mermaid, Japan server, Wind Mermaid, like seriously, we'll take, it's Kamoon, Vigor, Wind Mermaid, big shocker, but there's enough people on Japan server. I was like, let's take a look at some of the, no, I don't want to take a look at that. I want to take a look at watch match. Let's go here. We got 4 matches going on right now because the first round already happened, right? So we don't have to worry about the two things on the first round of battles. So there's half the guild's battles going on, siege battles going on right now as there was a couple days ago in the first video. So all of these are going to be like half the size. Every server that we take a look at is going to be half the size of the other one. But let's get it started. I don't want to talk anymore. Sure, you don't want to talk anymore. Yeah, this. It's not like just this one base is the thing. Is like this is a thing. Kamoon, and I would assume that she's on Violent Will, speed, crit damage, HP kind of thing, as like another supporty, very fast supporty bruiser threat kind of thing. So just an interesting thing. We see a lot of the similar towers. We see some irises. We see some, yep, there's well, actually, this is a little bit, it's kind of what I mentioned before about like the Wind Monkey, Molly, and a fire threat. It's just a little different. It's the Tessarion is the leader, and then the Tyrannus is the wind threat. But usually you see like 2 tanky, like a wind threat, fire threat, and a Molly there. So that's kind of one of those base algorithms. Where is this tower? Just disappeared? We can't see anything? Okay. That's cool. I didn't want to see it anyway. We see some of these. We see again. Okay, so we are caught up. Nice. I was making sure we were. We see an Eladriel. Double wins. I feel like Rocky would have a fun time with that one. That's why you don't see that too much, though. Oh yeah, there's the tower that was deleted. Yeah, this is a different. So this is a different tower. It's again Cichlid Tower. So it's kind of interesting to see that they are using this. So this is, again, another one of these Tessarion and Tyrannus and Molly defenses. And we see some LDs, It's like the same thing. No matter, it's okay. And some more Wind Monkey and Perna as the fire threat. But you see a lot of like Molly, fire threat, wind threat. Like there's like an algorithm. There really is. There's an algorithm that these all follow for the most part. Plug different things into the algorithm and see what happens. Okay. So that's for that one. This is a different tower. I think I'm skipping around and actually we saw that one. I'm trying to look at, yeah, this is another one, the Wind Monkey towers, the Wind Monkey, Molly, and fire threat. Wind Monkey, Molly, and fire threat. Then we see some more Mollys. We see I clicked on the same tower again. And then we see some more cichlids. So this is the 3rd cichlid base. I want you guys to pay attention to the fact that we are going to see more than just these 3 cichlid bases. Also, this I thought was interesting enough that there are some Swift Geminis in here. Actually, this is not even the guild that I was looking at with the Swift Geminis, but this is, or maybe this was and someone took one of their bases or something like that. But there's more Swift Geminis in there. Swift Geminis and very, very fast. Very, very well. I mean, we don't really see too many of these Fire Nagamis going on, but yeah, we see some Fire Nagamis there. Crit rate leads on some of them, defense leads on some of them. This is a little bit interesting. I don't know. Okay, there's no records on this one, but apparently it has not been captured that fast. Kind of interesting. He gets an extra chance to get glanced on for that Dark Phantom Thief, if you guys are not familiar with him, and then he gives himself invincibility when that happens. So interesting there. I'm sure he's ruined as a bruiser. So more cichlids, in case anyone's wondering. More cichlids. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting, and that's the same tower again, because Bagel's a genius. So here's interestingly another tower, and I know he doesn't have any attack power, or another kind of algorithm defense is the Fire Paladin, the Water, the Vigor, and the Odin. Yeah, Ophelia, Vigor. Why can't... Every time we start doing these videos, I start talking and I forget all these names of units that I've said a million times. But yeah, we still have... She's got buffs with the skill 3, and then he's got buffs with the skill 2, and then he's not going to have an attack power buff, but he's still going to be able to ignore defense, and probably these ones I would assume are on Violent, right? And also he can steal... He's got a decent chance to steal buffs with skill 1. I'm clicking on the same base, I'm sure. Sometimes I think I'm clicking on the same base and I'm not, which is scary. So here we just see another algorithm, Eladriel, Barbara, and, well, Eladriel, Beast Rider, and some kind of... The Beast Rider and the Ifrit have to be different elements. You see that there. Eladriel Beast Rider is a nice combination, though, because then he'll bring her back, and she's going to be mounted on her horse again, her beast again. So that's kind of another interesting thing. And also this Miying is element neutral with a defense break, kind of similar to how just Theomars is element neutral with a defense break. Was that this? Oh, so this one's a little bit different. Chiwu, well, this one's not Chiwu Bastet. So Chiwu and Vigor, Chiwu and Bastet, they both have some sustain, and then Beast Rider. So I was surprised to not see more Chiwu, but I don't know how the AI for the Chiwus actually I do know the AI, because we did the AI for the Chiwus. It's not as good as Tiana, but still you can kind of rely on it. So these ones we're seeing some... That's a Water Ryu. It's the same thing. Both speed leads. It's just the Summoner's War version. More is the Summoner's War version of the Water Ryu. So this is a little bit different here. Not something we saw in the other servers. I'm hoping, and then some more cichlids. There we go, more cichlids. I just thought it was interesting enough to, and then just some more of this this Monkey and Monkey Molly Fire Threat, or Wind Bruiser, Fire Bruiser, and basically Wind Bruiser, Fire Bruiser Molly. Is this the? I think this is the same tower. Is it? Wait. 9. Yeah. Okay. I was clicking on the same tower 9,000 times. So, and then there's Eladriel and Double Beast Riders, which is just a nasty combination. So there you go, if you guys want to build... Actually, I never really thought about the Eladriel and Double Beast Riders as like a thing, because I have that on Asia server. Do I have... Well, no, they're 2 of the same Beast Riders, never mind. But, yeah, we could probably make some similar teamwork on Asia server. That's kind of a team that you guys have, I'm sure, seen plenty of times. And then we saw a little bit more of these Chungpungs in the last one. The last video a couple days ago, but just trying to get... I feel like I'm clicking on a lot of bases. Okay, so this is a little bit different. Again, this is a Japan server, right? So it's a little bit different. We have Kamoon, we have Amarna, and we have a Skogul here. So I'm curious how these... that does not look like it's doing too well right now. But it is Legend tournament, so. And then we see some more of these Odin ones. Okay, let's see. That was Swag. So let's see Guerrilla Radio now. Let's see what they have in store. A lot of similar stuff. Yo, Faye! She's so excited. I love to see Faye there. I wonder how she does, because it's all random. It's all RNG. So I wonder if like this one is ruined for more of a bruiser. So I like how she's doing her little marching thing. Anyway, oh, and then we see a no, that's the one we already saw. What were we at, base 2? I should say the bases so I don't keep clicking on the wrong base 1,000 times. So Morris, something we usually don't see too much. He can potentially just revive things crazy amounts of times and be ridiculous with his resetting. Because if he rolls the same dice, he gets another turn. So he resets his violent counter potentially. So let's take a look at 4. Just some bruiser kind of stuff, which is kind of an easier comp to deal with. And then we see some of these Mihos and Claras and Galleons. And we see some of these Odin snipe teams. Let's go to 7. We see some of those algorithms. Those red, white, and not red, white, and wind. Red, white, and yellow teams. Some more of the red, white, yellows. Fire, light, winds. Well, I'm clicking on the same things again. Oh my god. Very similar defenses for a lot of these, though. I just wanted to show... I mostly wanted to show the cichlids, though. That there is a decent amount of people using cichlids on this server. So I thought that was kind of an interesting thing to note. We saw a couple little other things here and there. Juno, Theomars, and Ritesh. Interesting. Did I already click on? Yeah, I already clicked on this, didn't I? So we can't see any of that. Let's take a look at, this is just a fairly standard. That's, oh, wait, hold on. There is, there's a light Chun-Li here. I thought we would see more of her, actually. That team is doing good. And this is a, he's a strip and block beneficial effects. So with the 33 speed lead and the strip block beneficial effects. And then she also has a strip on here. And she teams up with things. So. And also, another thing to note is if she teams up with Ciara, Ciara's first skill increases her attack age. So she'll potentially do skill 2, team up with Ciara's strip, increase Ciara's attack age, and then Ciara will bomb whoever was just targeted and stripped. So, just an interesting food for thought. And Ciara and some twins. And a couple more cichlids there. And then we see some similar defenses here. And let's go to this one. I'm trying to like click on the different towers and not click. See, more cichlids, guys. More cichlids. I'm not going crazy. There's a decent amount of cichlids here. Decent amount of cichlids. We see another. That's an interesting one. A lot of these we can't really see too much information on, right? So, because if they clear their history, like some of them could have cleared, maybe not, but 19 losses. Maybe the runes are not as good as they could be then. If there's zero wins, 19 losses. Yeah, because if the team is good, but it's losing a lot, that means the runes, something's wrong with the runes. If the team is a meta team. So we see some more of these. We see some more of these. These are very similar. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of similar stuff. What is this? Okay, so that's a Huadam there. And a lot of similar stuff. Welcome to Summoner's War in 2020. Welcome to Summoner's War. Yeah, a lot of the same stuff here. It's a little different. Usually we don't see that combination. Anything to write home about? All losses, okay. But you also see that combination. Sometimes people will pick like those Odins at the very last picks in RTA. If they're like, there's no necessarily bastards or other attack power buffs, but people just like, you see the friend there, you see the vigor there, and maybe like another buff that's not necessarily an attack power buff, and then like, oh, Odin last pick. It's like, oh, people weren't expecting the Odin, right? catch them off guard, because usually you don't think of that as like a cleave thing. Like sometimes you pick like Odin's, Covenant's, Daphnis at the end, right? There's been kind of a thing that we've seen more earlier this season, a little bit late last season, I believe, for RTA. So, if I recall correctly, that's the time frame that we started seeing it. But anyway, more cichlids is what more cichlids and Rakans. So let's take a look at, let's go to China server, I guess, since we already saw these 4 here. That's the layout for the siege on this Japan server. Let's go on to China now. Now we're here on China. Let's see if we see anything differently. Here's the setup for the guild. They're all Chinese. I can't. I don't know which one is which. Let's see if we see any. Oh, this is very much one side. 23-1. Yeah, well, I mean, comebacks happen, but let's see if we see any crazy. Some Chandras. We haven't seen too many Chandras in a while. Let's see if we see anything. Annabelles. Okay, so there's some Annabelles here. There's some cichlids and the other ones. I just want you guys to maybe pay attention to, like, if you're like early to mid game, you're thinking about like what kind of different get. Like, I don't have 9,000 Kamoon Vigor and Skogels, or Kamoon Vigor and whatever. So what can I make with that? With what I have? So consider that maybe something like some of these Annabelles. Even though here's the thing, that Annabelle, she's not, there's no strips. So I don't feel like that's like a super crazy strong one, but like at least you got some ideas on things that you can replicate. Is maybe try some of these teams out and see how they do for you in lower levels, right? So that's kind of the idea. And we have the triple twins. So one of those is gonna be on Swift, super fast. So let's see. And again, a lot of hey, there you go. Triple twins. 18 wins, 26 losses. But that's in G3. 18 wins, 26 losses. So, yeah, there you go. There you go. Be very fast though. Double Rock Boy, double Skogel. So this is interesting. This is the Dark Chun-Li. Verisa is the same as the Dark Chun-Li. She's got the strip, glancing hit, and attack power break here. So that's kind of it. 9 wins, 6 losses in G3. That's not bad. That's good. Not bad. Yeah, that's actually good. Considering there's a lot of other teams that are. So this is, I feel like this one gets spanked. Yeah. That one gets spanked. I feel like these get spanked though. At this level of the game. But maybe they stall people out a little bit. I don't know. Like, I just feel like those ones are not as crazy. So we're seeing a little bit of these Zenobias because, for the most part, it's because of this 24% leader skill, right? So we have a 24% leader skill, plus we have a Swift Clara, and then we're going to outspeed, strip, and stun, and then she's going to come in. She's going to be very fast. This one specifically is probably on Violent very fast. So she's going to come in next after the enemy is stripped, stunned, and then she's going to come in defense break, and she's going to come in and nuke some things and increase the harmful effects. Yeah. So she's going to increase the defense break duration. She's going to kill things if she can, but if she can't, she's going to increase the stuns. She's going to increase the defense break durations. But this is not even the first time that I've seen these girls on defense. And actually, it's worked nicely for us. I don't remember the exact team that we used the Zenobia in for defense, but here's some similar things with like the Chandra and the Annabelle. If you guys are curious for the Chandra and the Annabelle, but I think it's at least nice to show what teams work together. And again, remember, guys, more Zenobias, right? She is a usable unit. I'm not gonna say she's like top tier unit. I'm just saying she's usable unit, and not even just for that. She's a good unit for mostly like Ice Beast. Necro as well. I know a lot of people building triple Karus, so this is kind of a different team. It's got the Iris and the we got the strip. She's gonna be very fast, I'm sure, on the spear. So you got the strip. You have another very fast unit with the strip, and then potentially violent proc into a defense break and attack age pushback, and then him nuking whatever's left over. So 2650, 2 and 3, 3 and 2, 1435, and then this one is a Gianna. So that doesn't, I forgot which, okay, so that is the tower. So let's see. This is another very similar one to what we saw before. tanky HP bruisers. And when you have those kind of units, you want them to be super, super, super tanky. Like, if you're doing a bruiser defense, they gotta be... What? So, so, here's the situation here. Is that this guy, for two reasons... he looks crazy to see this, but for two reasons. Number one, he's got a speed lead. 16% speed lead. He's got crazy base speed. So, that's gonna outspeed, strip, absorb the buffs. She's going to come in, she's going to defense break and nuke everything. So between the two of those, they are set. And he's just there for, number one, the speed lead. And number two, he's got some sustain, right? So he's got some sustain with his heals. So actually, yeah, that doesn't do that bad, but it's not just about him. But at least he does have, he provides a speed lead and he provides some sustain for, like, longer game if, like, the enemy's going to auto you. So, like, for example, if I saw this... and this on defense, I would say, maybe I'll bring a Water Frankenstein, right? But then he's got the also ignore defense over here. So he's got the sustain, so Water Frankenstein can't just, like, easy click auto because he can't get defense broken, right? Water Frankenstein can't get defense broken. He still can get dots, though. So, maybe Water Frankenstein and some mermaids and stuff, but... Anyway, he's still got the ignore defense there, so he should be able to ignore defense on that Water Frankenstein some as well, if that's going to be the thing that they use. So this is another interesting one, but you kind of need double LD5s to actually pull that one off. So let's take a look at some more of these, which we saw. Let's take a look at, I think we're on the second to last row. This is a Jaeger. And again... unless you're doing LD teams, then it's best to make one of each element. Not like you don't look at these defenses and say like, oh, they're using an all water defense. You will not see an all water defense in these things. And we saw the wind and light paladins and Skogul, and those defenses were losing, right? And they had two winds and one light, and they were not doing well. So just keep that in mind. For those of you that are like early game. So these are kind of, I mean, you still see you see these like usually in like G1, G2 kind of things, more so than G3s. Wait a second, was that that's not a good defense. What is this crap? That got a couple, how'd that get a couple wins? So that's an interesting one to see because there's no strips on that one. So you could just bring immunity into that. You could bring a Wusa and just immunity. And will runes, I meant. And then you're fine. And then you just take your time with that. Like, that is not... I'm surprised to even see that at this level of the game. That's why you only see one of those defenses, because it usually doesn't do. So that one's also easy to CC that out, like, to bring, like, control DPS kind of things into, like, these. But that's why, again, whenever you see these defenses, you see them close to the enemy base. Because they're not their premium defenses. The premium defenses are like the fast, aggressive ones. So those are the ones that they want to place more. And then you see like the more defenses like this, where they're easily controlled, and you see them close to their base because they're not the ones that they want to rely on too much, because then they're gonna get taken too easily. So, what are we on? This one. Let's go on to the next one. I don't want to make this video super long. I know we're always, this always happens. Hey, we see some more triple twins. Triplets. So this is an interesting one. He's got a speed lead. She's very fast. She's very fast. This is something I feel like I would run on the China server. I'm surprised to see it here, but it does make sense. It's the speed lead is this very fast strip CC. She's gonna come in. She's gonna decrease attack gauge. She's gonna do big damage. He's got a decreased attack gauge and a stun here. He's got a brand here, and he also has some sustain on him as well. It's not a defense you're gonna see a ton, but excuse me, but it's at least interesting to see. And then you see a Yen here, which is she kind of, you don't see her too much this season as you used to like a while ago. Because at one point that was the defense, right? I don't think this one's gonna do that well. Apparently it's doing okay. At least 2 and 2, right? So anyway, let's see what they have here. Full Sylvia! Yo, this is gross. This is great. It's a China server, right? We know China server. We know they like to spend money. Double Sylvia defenses. That's gross. Oh, this is another person that has 2 Sylvias. Jesus, do you see this? Do you see? These are 2 people that pulled dupe Sylvias in the same guild. Oh God, China loves to spend money. And even with all these G3s and whales and whales and whales, they're still running Commune and Vigor. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Just take note that these are better units than many of the LDs. So we'll give Comptuous credit for that, actually. That some of the best units that there are some 4 stars and Second Awakened units and stuff like that. So let's go through these fairly quickly. I mean, we're gonna see some similar stuff. So this, at least they have an AoE strip, even though usually I feel like she likes, I don't know the actual data behind like how often she uses skill 1 versus skill 3, because this is only a single target strip. This is an AoE strip, and it's not even 100% activation rate after she got nerfed. So yeah, lose 1 beneficial effect, 35% each, and recovers the ally with the lowest HP. So yeah, it's not 100% chance. Obviously, I just read it. So so yeah, there is that, but still scary, still scary. So again, you see like where you used to see those, another one of these. There's not like a premium defense though, and again, that's why you see it. Keep in mind, that's why you see we're on 3 on shield on the bottom left-hand corner, right next to their base, right next to the first guild's base. So we like the last time you saw a tower like that, that was not in on their front lines. That was close to like their back lines. And again, you're seeing Commune Vigor and Triana. Yeah, Commune Vigor and Triana over there, where you normally would have seen Skogel in there last season. Well, it's G3 and it's China server, so I'm surprised we're not seeing more LDs. Some El Sharions, which is something to note, is I think El Sharion is actually pretty good. I do like El Sharion. Just in general, I think he's an underrated unit. I think he's underappreciated. I think he's better than people give him credit for. So, we see some more Feng Yans. Some more Feng Yans? We see some Feng Yans. But we don't really see too many Feng Yans on defense in global, because he's just so easy to, well, in higher levels, I mean, because he's just so easy to ignore defense on. Like, look at this. Like, I would just bulldoze. Like, I would just want to bulldoze all of this. 2 defense wind units? That's just saying like, hi, please bulldoze me, ASAP. Let's go. Let's bulldoze this. So, anyway, that's what I get out of it. We see some out of it. Yeah, I don't love these defenses for G3, to be honest. That's not defenses that I would say like, ooh, yes, G3 defense, in my opinion. But that's why you don't see them too much. Is this the one that I think that's the one we already clicked on. These ones say G3 defense. We see LD5, 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 Guardian Wings, Guardian Transbox. That's the ones that scream G3D. Oh, God. This is, oh. Welcome to China server. This is the same defense. Let's see the defense. 50 to 54. 54 to 51. This has got to be super fast for the strip and block beneficial effects. Then she comes in, she defense breaks, AoE defense breaks things. And then he's probably on violent and just goes nanners. Nasty teams. Nasty LD craziness. So we see some more Chandras. We see some more, what else do we have here? So not like super premium ones, but also closer to their base. Right, closer to their base. One of the things with this is Orion is random on his strips. So that's why you kind of like, people are like, oh, okay, Orion's random on his strips. I could just bring a whole bunch of shield will on there and he'll randomly either maybe even get resisted on something. So, but yeah, and then you see some of these. It's just, again, situation where you could just bring in some shield will and use that. So, but again, that's close to their base. So, okay, let's go on to the next server. Now we're here on Korea server. I think we're just gonna see more of the same. Let's get it started quickly and just see a little bit more. We got some CR Orion and Beast Riders. We got some of these Vigor Mollies. We have, what do we have here? We got some CCs. Oh, nice. We see a Bella, an actual. We did see a couple actual Bella, like Belladions in there too earlier, but they were with like Jaeger and stuff. They were like Jaeger, what am? I think we already clicked on that base. Yep. So this one's interesting because there's a speed lead, there's a strip CC, and then there's defense break and attack H pushback. Then there's some nuke here, and then she's got some more strips, and she's got some more strips on here too. And there's some sustains with the shield. So yeah. And then we see some more of these. But honestly, the more you stack any defense to a grotesque level, so that's kind of interesting. I wonder how these do. 2 and 16. Okay. 3 and 16. Okay. 2 and 15. Okay. At least it's different though. 8 and 17. A little bit better. 8 and 17. A little bit. A lot of bit better. On that. Oh, it's the same exact defense too. It's just some of them have transmogs and some of them don't. But yeah, double revives and Miho. So, but you could just take things that are anti-revive into that. So, anyway, and yeah, I mean you do have bombs, but there's also cleanse too. I was gonna say you have bombs. You can kill Miho with the bombs. I think we took a look at that one. Okay, so where are we? This one. Again, we gotta try to go through these faster because I don't want this to be a. It's already a way too long video, isn't it? So some light Chun-Lis. Let's see how the light Chun-Lis have done. 3 and 5, 2 and 2, 3 and 6, 5 and 6, 25 and 38. Okay. But again, this is G3. So if you guys have the same defense with good runes on it, you guys like, yeah, that's the part I don't have is the good runes. If you have the same defense with good runes on it, then at a lower level, it's going to be much better. Right, so your defense will have a higher win rate at lower levels with that same thing. So we see, very interestingly, some Tritons. Actually, that's not that interesting because last season we saw some Galleon Tritons, Galleon Triton, and then like element neutral threat or AOE threat over there. So, and the Mios. So speed lead, strip into a AOE defense break and all those other debuffs, and then this is just gonna target whoever's defense broken and start to murder them. So there we go. Where are we next? No, that was the one that we already clicked on. And this is like an older defense styles though, and that's not even a resistance lead, so that's easily controlled. Again, some more old stuff. Those are two different bases. It looks like I clicked on the same thing twice. Those are two different bases. And we see some more Chun-Lis. I'm curious how these Chun-Lis are doing, because they're newer units. Newer units. So again, some more, but these defenses are closer to the home base. So 0 wins, 8 losses. Really? I feel like Talonlang's good enough though. I'm surprised to see 0 wins, 8 losses. I don't know, man. Surprised to see that. So that's for MVP. I thought that was gonna have a definitely better win rate. So we see some Giannas, big surprise. We see here we go. We're seeing some cats, some water cats, some sustain on here, some sustain with the shield. So is the same person that has? Oh, no, it's not the same person. It's the guild logo. My bad. And then we see one of these Guillaumes. 6 wins, 3 losses. Cool. I mean, Guillaume and Molly, because Molly's got the glancing, right? Glancing passive, and he gives himself invincibility. When that happens, we see fairly standard one here. We see some more standard stuff here. We see some. So we see. Oh, see a Bellio. Okay. Some of these I want to see some more information on because I want to see how they do. Right. Let's take a look at these. Fairly standard. We saw that a bunch last season. We already took. Oh no, we didn't take a look at this tower. Okay. LD5, 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 LD5. It makes it look like they're so easy to get. It really does. It makes it look like they're so easy to get. So this is a fairly interesting. Let's see how this went. 2133. Maybe I'll try that. Well, I don't have a Belinus. I can try it with something similar. 8 and 5. It's all depending on the runes. If that Praha's faster than you realize, then it's nasty. Okay, so this one is a little bit different. Let's see how this one is doing. 21, 22. Again, it's all based on the runes. So that one's definitely got a Guardian player. He's got a Guardian Transmog. He's got a Guardian Wings too. This one's a little bit different too. Let's take a look. I want to take a look at all the win rates of the things that are a little bit different. Right. So you see, what? What is this? What is this? Oh my god. Yep. Okay. Well, that one's interesting to see how it does. This may seem out of place. That was used a while ago in Siege as a fast bruiser on violent runes with crazy runes. So some more LDs, some more standard stuff. So I'm curious. 8 wins, 6 losses. So this is actually 2 wins, 2 losses. 7 wins, 5. These are actually winning a lot. Ooh. This is some information. Someone tell Global Server. This is some interesting information because these ones have been doing decently. So, someone on Global Server. Wait. He say what now? Which ones are doing good? Which ones are doing well? These are doing surprisingly well for what they are. And this is not anything new like the Guillaume. And also this is crit resist here. Crit resist, and he's got this passive. Their passives and the crit resist all work well together, right? So this is when we talk about the Fire Ryu being like a nice Vigor Molly combination with the Fire Ryu. However, the Guillaume seems to be the one that people are using with this combination. So yeah, something, food for thought to keep in mind. Food to keep in mind. Food for your mind. I don't know. Listen, guys, I don't know. I just talk. I don't think. I don't think you're like Bagel. We've been following you for 6 years. We know you don't think. We are very well aware. This is the same tower. Very well aware that you don't think, but it's interesting to see. I mean, it's something people were using in Special League. If you like, maybe like between 6 months and a year ago, they were using in Special League. So this is kind of interesting. Let's see the win rate on this. It's interesting until you see the win rate and you're like, that's why it's not meta, because there's a lot of losses. I clicked on that again, didn't I? Oh, that's the one we were on. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So that is a vampire, light vampire. Another light vampire. Another light vampire. Okay, but we see, like, this is the Galleon, Clara, and X, where X is an, again, algorithms, right? Guild Siege algorithms. Galleon, Clara, and X, where X is an element neutral DPS, whether it's this one, or whether it's Theomars, whether it's good old Vampy Boy. No, the other one was Vampy Boy. Zaratu, so just element neutral DPS. I also think that the Dark Rakshasa might not be that bad here. I feel like the Dark Rakshasa would fit really nicely here. She does speed-based damage. She does a lot of attack gauge reduction. She does continuous damage. She does attack gauge absorb. So I feel like the Dark Rakshasa is probably... I mean, like, I know Miho is also another easy one. She's got very fast base speed, but keep in mind that either Miho or Dark Rakshasa is going to work there too. So I think the Dark Rakshasa is an underrated unit for that kind of comp. And then we see some more of these, some more of those, some more of these, some more of those. Wow, Bagel, very, very descriptive. I'm a good linguist. I'm at linguals. So we see some Skogels now. 7 wins, 4 losses. 16 losses. 3 and 3. The Molly and the Vigor with the Miho. Right. So anyway, what is that, 5? Should have been paying attention every single time to these. So we see some more of these though, but they don't seem to be doing fantastically. Every time we take a look at these defenses, they're not really doing fantastically. And you see they got 2 wind units, 1 fire unit. And yeah, they have a bunch of HP. Don't get me wrong, they have a bunch of HP. But still, just having 2 of one element and 1 of another element is kind of the drawback there. That's why you don't see too many more that are doing fantastically. So see some more of these. These seem to be very popular on Korea server. Or not, I mean, that was not just Korea server too. There were a little bit of those used on the other servers. So these are kind of interesting for these. Also, this is potentially nasty for the Sylvia to team up with the Odin, because Odin's going to do skill 1, you know, ignore defense every time he teams up with her, which is potentially nasty. So we see some more of these. Some more of these teams, which we saw in the last, what is it? The last guild battle, the last guild. So we see this is pretty standard. I just want to make sure we still have the music on. So that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. A little bit of different stuff there. That's a little bit more standard. And we see some of these. Let's see, 1542, 4946, 5045. So those ones are doing 2148. So those ones are doing well. Well enough for G3, right? Let's see what these ones have. So this is a little bit different. Interesting. So let's see how these are doing. 0 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Anytime I see something different, I want to see like what their win-loss rates are. I already said that. We already saw these ones. We were familiar with those comps. This is, I mean, standard units, but no speed lead. So it's doing good enough, right? Again, good enough for G3, right? So we see some more of the meta comps, and then we see, okay, so that was the last one on this one. Okay, let's go over to Asia. I'm sorry this is so long. Giggity. No, I'm sorry this is so long. I'm trying to do it fast. Just there's so many to look through that it's not ever fast, is it? Now we're here on Asia. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more standard, a little bit closer to global and Europe servers, and not so much the Wind Mermaid. Maybe we'll see some Wind Mermaids. I don't know, but I feel like it's going to be a little closer, just like the standard teams. Oh, never mind. We have some Charlottes. We have some like stand corrected. First tower. We already see some Manananons. We see some Charlottes. Charlotte's such a cool unit. She's so underrated. That's the one I wanted a Devilmon. Charlotte. I have her Devilmon on the other server, but I don't have her Devilmon on it. That one's kind of standard. That one's kind of standard. But the first tower that we looked at was, well, actually, it's one of the ones on the like close to their home base, right? So more standard stuff. More standard stuff. Let's take a look at this one. Some Ethnas. Okay. I think we saw that a little bit in the... Nope, that's the tower I just clicked on. I think we saw that a little bit more in the... Again, the same towers I'm clicking on. So this we're seeing definitely a significant amount of Kamoon and Clara and Savannahs over here. That's the same... Again, the same tower, beta, same tower. So let's see how this one does. 2, 7, 1, 2, 4, 5, 0, 6, 4, 5. That also happens to be my social security number. Just kidding, it's not. Don't steal my identity, please. So we see some of these. And we see some Horems, and we see some with the Trianas. Well, for the most part, we're seeing a lot of similar stuff to the other ones. That's a little different. Where are we here? Yeah, but for the most part, like all the different servers, we're seeing different stuff. Aside from like the LDs, right? Aside from like, if you can make a cool thing with the LDs, it's probably going to get a better win rate because people are not they're not expecting dealing with that specific defense. So yeah, crazy LD stuff. Hey, some Leica's. I don't think that's going to do. Let's take a look at some of these win rates on some of these Leica teams. Did I say win rates? I meant 4 wins, 24 loss. I don't think they're doing good. I just get a feeling that they're not doing fantastically. So, yeah. They do not seem to be doing very well. That's why you see... let's see how these do. 28-31 is not bad. 322. 16-23 is not bad. 1731. That's not bad for the level that this is. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, let's take a look at... I gotta redo my monkey. My monkey's built for like an old meta for 75 years ago. He's efficient, but he's not as disgusting as... oh, okay, let's take a look at some of these. 4-1. Not bad. 0-1. 0-1. 0-1. 0-2. Okay. Some more Charlottes. I really like those Charlottes, man. I really like those Charlotte teams. Not seeing too much out of those, though. But I do like those teams. Okay, so some more standard stuff. So, hey! Ooh! 1962. So that's interesting. Some of these. Alright, so where are we here? We have some... So this is another... I think this was a thing before. I think this was a thing a few... So this is actually doing pretty well. Actually doing pretty well. Considering. Oh, GG. So let's see how these ones are doing. No records, no records, no... See, this is what takes so long, is looking at all the records for all of these things. But anyway. Some more Charlottes. Some more of the classics. The classics. It's the new classic, guys. The new classic. Yep, okay, so let's go take a look at the next one. We're almost done, which is nice. Is there no music? Oh, the music is in between songs. That's what it... Oh, gross! Gross. You know what? All of these are gross. Especially being stacked as much as they are. All of these... Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, we got some wins. Never mind. Got some wins. No, let's go to this one next. No, this was the one that we were on. Never mind. Oh, that was it. Yeah, no, okay, so we were on the right track. Never mind. Okay. Let's see how that does. Nope. Okay. Any data on these? I feel like these ones... that one's got 13. But it's all based on rune quality. Like, one is significantly better rune quality than the others, then... It's a much different story. Like, some of these are nasty to get into. Like, when you see the team and you're like, oh, that's not that scary, and then you like get into it and you're like, how much HP does that have that I didn't realize that like 60,000 HP? It's like, holy crap, I wasn't expecting that much HP on that unit, right? So some of these can be misleading when you see the efficiency on some of this stuff. It's crazy. Especially when you're not using your premium units to attack some of these. Like, that's kind of the thing, is like, how much can you exhaust the person's premium units? Trianos and stuff. Oh, we already took a look at that one. How much can you exhaust the person's premium units and make them just start attacking you with their B and C and D and F tier teams? Let's take a look at this. 6 and 16, 11 and 15, 9 and 15, 7 and 15, 3 and 3. I feel like that's actually not bad considering. I feel like El Sharon is an underrated unit. Wait, is this the same tower as this? This is the same tower! I mean, it's the same defenses. It's not the same tower. It's a different tower. This is 1, this is 4. So it's just, it happens to be the same defenses. Let's take a look. 0-2. 0-2. 0-2, not 0-2. Lols. That's some of the same defenses. Now let's take a look at this one. Fairly similar stuff. 9 and 6. Was that the last? No, this is the last one. This is the last one. Okay. Fairly standard. Fairly standard stuff. So we saw some that were like mixing it up a little bit though. Now you guys know how to build all your very toxic defenses. Just follow the guy. Just follow the guy to put his Skogos and Camoon. Not even so much Skogos. Put some Camoons. Put some Mollies. Put some. There's some Ifrits though. We're seeing some Ifrits. Or Ifrits, however you prefer to say it. Hey, we're seeing some more Chi-Chi Childs. Very nice. Shout out to Scaphetus, who no longer plays for a significant amount of time. Rip Scatter Days. Some different stuff here. Another El Sharion. El Sharion does not seem to be doing that badly. But it's just food for thought for some of these units that you really don't think too much of. And they actually seem to perform pretty decently. So, just things to think about. Especially if you put insane runes on them. Alright, I think that's it, actually. I think that's it. Let's see how, well, we won't really see... We won't really see too much, considering some of the best 4 guilds on every server just get a bye into the next round regardless, and we're probably going to see, like, all of this is pretty much irrelevant. Not all of these defenses are pretty much irrelevant, but all of these battles that are going on right now are probably going to be irrelevant, maybe not, just because, like, the best, like, the top ranked guilds for Guild Siege aren't even fighting in them right now. So, I mean, they are still, don't get me, I feel like people are going to take that out of context. They're gonna be, are you saying Avenger X is not a good guild? Like, no, they're an insane guild. They're a fantastic guild. Like, all these guilds are fantastic guilds. I'm just saying, like, if we've seen, if what happens last season is similar to this season, I mean, hopefully not all of the stuff that happened last season similar to this season, but we're going to see the top 4 guilds that are just getting a bye into the next round. We're going to still see them moving on to being the top 4 again, because that's just how it tends to usually happen, with a few upsets here and there. But for the most part, since this is not RTA, this is Siege battles, there's so many battles going on throughout the course of the whole thing that is not like a small sample size, like best 2 out of 3. It's like there's like hundreds of mini battles going on to determine the outcome, so it's more of an accurate representation of which guilds are stronger than which other guilds. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm not trying to say that any of these guilds are bad, because they're all fantastic and they all like whoop me up like no tomorrow, like whip me up like mashed potatoes. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys got something out of it. Hope you guys learned something. Vigor and Camoon and Mollies. That's what you've learned, right? And get a Savannah and get some more other Beast Riders and build toxic units and farm more runes. Farm more runes. There you go. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you as always in. Sorry it's so long and giggity. And I'll see you as always in the next one.